Okay, so before we jump into this video, again, about yesterday, I cannot apologize anymore for the technical difficulties that we experienced. I know it's not really like a good excuse or anything like that, but I just want to let you know how much, I really, really appreciate you. So if you gave it a thumbs down to the last video, even if you want to give a thumbs down to this one, I totally understand. But again, I want you to have a kick-ass day. You don't have to watch any more of the video, but just know I want you to have a kick-ass day. It is Sunday, which I haven't really figured out exactly what we're going to do, but in line with last Sunday, we recorded a celebrity home showing from Architectural Digest, so I don't know if we're going to make this like a Sunday thing, but coming into Sunday and going into Monday, the thing that I want to focus on is getting motivated and, experiencing different things that gets us going, right? So hopefully, you get inspired by something, because all of these people, no matter who you think they are, a billionaire, a entertainer or anything, they're just like you and I, except they kept working when no one else was looking. So if anything that I can give you is, no matter how you feel like, stuff isn't working out, or you feel like people are so lucky, remember, luck is when preparation and hard work meets opportunity. So don't give up. Keep going. I have to tell myself that, which is, why I ended up posting the video last night anyway, even though I didn't want to. Everything in me wanted to not post that video. But I said, you know what? Keep working. And, maybe someone will appreciate that I didn't give up on that video and try to, make it the best I could with what I had. Right now, I still have the malfunction with the microphone. So I have a temporary solution until I look at it and get it fixed. And even if I don't get it fixed, it's completely fine. But, with that said, today we're going to look at Seth Rogen.
That's awesome. Weed is awesome.
He has, I'm not sure if this is his house or maybe like the house where he puts aspiring comedians or writers, stuff like that, people that are a part of his production team. I don't know what it is. So we're going to find out together, and we're going to see what this incubator, I guess is what you would call it. That is a term that, is more so used for, the tech industry, in Silicon Valley, especially. And even here at, with Silicon Beach and what have you, where they have a house where there's, a bunch of young tech guys who are just creating code, and they're all brainstorming and figuring out things together and trying to create the next biggest thing. So let's look at this, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Have a kick-ass day.
Hello, AD. I'm Seth Rogen. Welcome to Houseplant.
What is Houseplant, Mr. Rogen?
This is a front yard. We've been operating a lot throughout COVID, so we've had a lot of meetings and get-togethers out here, outdoors. We're finally returning to the indoors, but people love cornhole in America. That's what I've learned. We have Houseplant cornhole and a hammock. It's lovely out here. I've never napped out here. I'm not a big napper in general, I'll say. Napping ruins my whole day. I don't recover from a nap. Shall we head in?
Yes, please. What is Houseplant? I still want to know. But this is, so he doesn't live here.
Da, da, da. Welcome to the inside.
So this is like what I assumed it was.
I'll be honest, we did not set out to base Houseplant out of a house, which is as I say it, it was something you would assume we would have
I thought I
wanted
had
from the
more
get-go.
coffee.
We created
You made me want to drink
a
more
weed
coffee.
and home goods company called Houseplant, and we needed somewhere to
Oh,
base our
okay.
operations out of. Kind of like a workspace for people to come hang out. We talk about our products a lot. A lot of our products are home goods, so we found to be able to like see them in a home type setting was invaluable. We have actual like an office type setting as well. That would be a very boring tour for Architectural Digest. But this space, we've conceived of a lot of our products in this space. I mean, it was really started out of two things. We sell weed and we sell home goods. So on the weed side, we really just want to sell incredibly good, strong weed that is beautiful and the exact type of weed that I, as someone who smokes a lot of weed, is looking for. We wanted it to come in innovative and interesting packaging. And as someone who, smokes weed all day, every day, and has a
weed
home
every
that
day.
they like to reflect their sensibilities and who they are and
He
their
just casually
tastes.
just like,
I found myself really
smoke so
struggling
much
to
weed.
furnish my home in a way that complemented the fact that I smoke weed all day, every day, and also the fact that I wanted to have
Smoke weed all
nice
day.
things around. And so
Why
we
smoking
started
weed
making
all
those
day?
things. This is a vase I made. I do ceramics as well. I've been making these gloopy glazes for a long time. That was like a really early example of them.
So he
And
probably
we've been
gets
trying
high
to
and
find
he
a
makes
way
this
to produce at some sort of scale a gloopy glazed ashtray, and these are our first ones, and they're really beautiful. That's something I'm psyched about.
He would
It's
have
just fun because
really
we would
had to be
brainstorm all sorts
cultivated
of
when he was
just
high.
ways we could kind of express our love of weed in as many creative ways we possibly could. And one of the
You get
ideas
it,
that we
Seth.
came
You
up
love
with was
the
to make
reefers.
these records.
It is like the best medicine.
They're essentially mixtapes that are designed to match the moods of the different strains. So the sativa record is all like really upbeat music, and the indica record is all like really, really, really mellow music. And we pick all the songs, and they're amazing. And I listen to them all the time. And they're actually fantastic mixes of music that do genuinely match the different types of weed.
That's deep.
We start our creative process from a very personal place. Even if you don't smoke weed, your friends will, and when they come over, you'll want to
smoke weed.
post them. And if you're the type of person that wants to have things that speak to your taste, then this is the kind of stuff that we think hopefully people will like. This is one of the first things we made. It was a very simple lighter ashtray combo. Beyonce took a picture with this. It was a very thrilling moment for all of us at Houseplant.
Really? I'm gonna find that picture.
This is a rolling tray, which is we're really psyched about. This is something that like I've had for years actually because we were working on prototypes of it. But this is like so utilitarian if you smoke a lot of weed, but it's also very pretty and kind of nothing like it really exists. So yeah, we were really psyched about this. These sold out very quickly. And this is an orb I made.
I don't know why he laughed like
This is based on my dog Zelda. She's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And I always lose my lighters, and it's like a real problem. And me and my wife, we don't fight about much. She really is mad that I will take lighters from her and lose them. I don't know where they go. I won't pretend it's not a real problem. But we made a incredibly heavy little lighter caddy in the shape of my sweet dog Zelda. This is one of my favorite things also. You know, I started collecting a lot of vintage ashtrays, and these standing ashtrays are something that I started to notice were very big in like there's ones from the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Really sophisticated.
And it's great because you don't always have a side table to put an ashtray on. And something we talk so much about is cleanability, because I actually use my ashtrays all the time, and like having them be cleanable is
really
something
sophisticated.
that we probably talk about like more than almost anything. Like ad nauseum, we talk about how you would clean these products if you use them all the time. So this thing just comes out and you can clean it and then put it back in there. There's more things here. Marble oil lamp. This is a car lighter in a block of marble, which is one of our best products. There you go. There you go. These are ashtrays based on ashtrays that I made. And one of the first things I made was ashtrays because they're not that complicated, but also because I felt like this was a design that would be good and didn't really exist, like a little cup with a little notch in it essentially. And so I started making them. And then we started producing them. And thousands of people now own them. And it's lovely.
And it's lovely. Get high. Okay, don't quote me on that.
Conference room? Do I look funny standing in here alone? Probably.
Stay sober.
This, though, if you want to talk vintage ashtrays, this is one of the best vintage ashtrays. Walter Bossy? I'm not sure. It's one of those things I've only said. I've never heard someone say it. Not a word being said a lot, but Bosse, the guy who made this ashtray. It's a stacking hedgehog ashtray. And it's perfect if you're having like a dinner party or something like that.
Okay, multiple ashtrays, got it.
And they're absolutely adorable. Yeah, there used to be a time, I mean, everyone used to smoke cigarettes because they literally thought it was good for you. And that was a bad time, but the good thing about that time is a lot of brilliant minds shamelessly funneled their creative efforts into making ashtrays. Thankfully, smoking cigarettes fell out of fashion, but unfortunately with it, ashtray ingenuity fell out of fashion as well. And I think with the rise of weed becoming more acceptable and people smoking it more, ashtray ingenuity is on the rise once again. This is a lamp ashtray. This again was something that was very intuitive. For years and years, I would look at an ashtray and a lamp sitting on my desk, side by side. Two different things.
So everything is an ashtray.
What if it was one thing?
Chair ashtray.
Yeah, and we like to we test them out
Pan
in our
ashtray.
offices for large periods of time to make sure
Book
they
ashtray.
work. I take everything home with me for like months and months and months, and I use it
TV
to death
ashtray.
to make sure that they work properly. This I had
got
for like
ideas,
almost
Seth.
a year before we sold it, just making sure the grinder
Remote
thing worked
ashtray.
properly and the little dispenser
Come on.
thing, adding a little notch for the filters, reorienting it. Yeah, we spend a lot of time making sure that they're good.
I got ideas, Seth. iPod ashtray. It's the iPod
We
case.
spend an insanely large
has an
amount of
ashtray.
time on our packaging, making sure it's a nice experience. Everything comes with instructions. Because I come from a time when things had instructions. There's little Zelda sitting in there. She has no idea. That's what I always say to her. You don't know. You don't know how much effort I put into you, Zelda. You just take it. These are just some more offices. This is more example of our packaging. Marketing is a thing that we've had a real journey on it. This was one of our more simple kind of like vintage ads we would kind of refer to them internally as. It's challenging.
It doesn't look like
something
from Mad Men.
Not something that, it's kind of new. Like it's kind of old in a lot of ways, but it is kind of new in a lot of ways. And it is one of the things you sit down, you're like, cars, people are advertising those. Potato chips, I myself have done those. Table lighter ashtrays, there's not a lot of ads for that kind of thing out there. And so it is always a challenge to kind of crack how to communicate this stuff to people. Once they get it, they're always psyched. And we like to put how much everything weighs.
Just a bunch of different ashtrays. Is the arcade cabinet in
This is a
ashtray?
workshop. This is a very old work table. Those chairs I actually think are from the movie This Is the End. Those green ones, we stole those from the set of that film. I stole a lot of the furniture from the set of that movie and shipped it from New Orleans back to Los Angeles and furnished our office and homes with it. So yeah, those two green chairs are for sure stolen from This Is the End. That side table might be as well. These were the first ashtrays I actually made. And the ashtrays we sell are based off of these designs, basically. These matches are funny because they were a printing error. Like, we did not.
I wonder how
make
much
matches
this stuff
look
is.
this big. This was a mistake. And then we saw them and we're like, that's actually really cool. We should embrace that. And that's a creative lesson for all of you. Or not. Sometimes you should not embrace your error, and you should send them back to the printer and say this is wrong. But in this instance, we like them. These are a small sampling of our vintage ashtrays. We at Houseplant have one of the largest vintage ashtray collections in the world. That being said, like I was saying, not something a lot of people are like jockeying for necessarily. You at home could very quickly probably become the owner of one of the world's largest vintage ashtray collections. But for the time being, we have a lot of them. And we find them inspirational and they're great to have around. A lot of them are
so
Italian.
He doesn't make all of these.
Not
That was
shockingly,
like so many
Italians
ashtrays.
leaned into smoking with style. There's some ceramic ones. A lot of the ceramic ones are actually from California. LA had a big ceramics moment in the 70s. These are hanging ashtrays, which are really cool. You tie them to rope, hang them from trees and stuff like that. I like an ashtray that like has a deep well. Like this is to me is the perfect shape of an ashtray. It like you can rest your joint there, you can put a bunch of roaches in there and you don't see them, you can carry it around and ash doesn't blow everywhere. As opposed to, again, as beautiful as these are, like this is so shallow and you can see it. So like after one joint or whatever, it's just sitting there and you have to clean it, you know? And that's what's nice about those is it's not unsightly to not clean them all the time, and the ash doesn't blow everywhere, and there is a place to like rest your joint, you know? It really was born out of half a lifetime of smoking weed, just being like, I want an ashtray that
Made that out of necessity.
But a lot of these are very
was like,
beautiful, and the
shit, I
ceramic
could
and the
sell
materials
these.
are gorgeous, and it's awesome. These are some of the people who work at Houseplant too. Why don't you introduce yourselves, everybody?
Mikey, co-founder, CEO.
Yay!
Alex McAtee, hi.
Evan Goldberg, hello.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Juarez.
We are Houseplant.
We are Houseplant.
This is where we meet.
We talk about our beverages.
Evan Goldberg is
we
a
have
writer.
Beverages that we've been working on formulations
and,
for and
Seth
creative for.
Superbad.
And they'll be launching later on this year, and we're super excited about them. They're low dose and mid dose THC beverages, sparkling flavored waters that taste amazing.
And
get
they
you
have
up.
no calorie and no sugar.
That's amazing.
This will be the testing ground for what we can and cannot legally say about our beverages.
Cannabis products should come out of the stash drawer. I think you've got this old school stoner mentality that we don't deserve nice things and it should be tucked away, but we're making products that we're proud to have on display.
We like the company. We're committed to the company. We're not going to stop working
Stop the company.
towards the company.
Stop the company.
We really believe in this company. We do.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
They're out there smoking now. They're like, the camera's coming outside, put away the reefers.
Thank you, AD, for visiting Houseplant. It was lovely to have you, and thank you at home for coming and visiting my office, which I'm sure is not like a thing that you were hoping to do, but hopefully you enjoyed it nonetheless. Wonder what Seth Rogen's office is like. Well, now you know. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your days.
Thank you, Seth. Oh my, Seth is hilarious. So now we know. Thanks to Seth, if you have a need for fancy ashtrays, well, this is it. Seth is also offering 20% off of your first order. So 20% off of your first order. Remember that? I knew it. I knew that thing was that ashtray was so sophisticated. I'm like, there's no way that ashtray is not $200. It's $300. But you know, with 20% off, you get it for $240. So that's a pretty good deal to have a really sophisticated ashtray. Honestly, I would buy something like that when I get my own area where I could have a poker table and, you know, like a cigar table and, you know, like some nice chairs and, you know, have a space for, you know, you guys and, you know, some friends and stuff like that. We can all just hang out and smoke cigars. And I mean, if you smoke weed, you know, you're still welcome. Okay. I don't discriminate. But yeah, no, this is interesting. Now, I wonder how much those matches cost. Show me how much those matches cost, Seth. We understand that your ashtrays are $100. Like we get it. These are like not your run of the mill ashtrays. They're $100. Okay, $100 ashtrays. If you're looking for that designer ashtray, this is it. Where are the? Maybe I should just hit shop now and it'll do it for me. So I guess if you buy an ashtray, you get matches or ashtray set. You get matches. The matches come with it, right? Because they're just matches. So, you know, I thought maybe to sell the matches. So $100 and you get some like designer matches. or however he does that laugh. I don't know how to do it without, damn it. I don't know how to do it without listening to him laugh. But his laugh is like so obnoxiously cringy. That it's funny and it makes you laugh. It's like that weird contagious laugh. Like it's so weird it's contagious. But anyway, folks, without further ado, let's wrap this thing up. Again, hope you're having a kick-ass day, or hope you are going to have a kick-ass day. You have a kick-ass day tomorrow. You have a kick-ass day the day after that. This will be the home of the kick-ass day. So if you need to hear someone let you know that you're going to have a kick-ass day, and for you to go out there and have a kick-ass day, this is the place to get started to have a kick-ass day. Okay? But yeah, I love you guys. Again, sorry about yesterday. Today's video is back on track with the normality of at least the audio being in sync. I don't know if the quality is better visually or anything like that, but hopefully the video was bearable at the very least. Hopefully you enjoyed a part of the video, or if you hated any part of the video or think I need to improve somewhere else, leave it in the comments. But if you like the video, I really, really, really would appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button and consider coming back to subscribe eventually when you feel I've earned that from you. So, yeah, looking forward to the week. I gotta have a kick-ass day myself. So, looking forward to having a kick-ass day for the rest of the day, tomorrow. And, as long as you guys are here and, showing love, that like every day that someone likes a video, I'll just be honest with you. Every day that someone likes a video and I wake up in the morning and I see that I'm having a kick-ass day, and pretty much everything goes downhill from there. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.